Best result at the mountain, 4th in 2016 with Cam Waters. His only previously best qualification is 15th back last year, and this is a huge moment for him. He's moving teams going into 2022. His moment now, a fine moment to stitch together perfection on Mount Panorama. Second gear through the direction change of the left-hander, now feeding at third gear. Sits it up on top of the curb on the exit. There's been a lot of drivers having strife down the bottom of the hill here. What does Jack do for us here? He pulls it up nicely. He had a bit of mid-corner understeer, some push in the car, and he crosses the line at a 2-minute 5.3.
Good job.
He's chasing a 2-minute 5.3.
This looks good. Definitely across the top, it was better. He hit the fence there yesterday, remember. 33 dead there. So he's 4/10 up in the second sector. That's a nice run across the top of the hill.
Brake bias change. You saw the lever on the left, just near the gear lever there, and he's just tweaking that car in the run down towards the chase.
Have a listen here. That's deep.
Humming through there. Gets to about the 175 metre mark. Pitches it in, missed the apex slightly on the left-hander, but just by a bees. It was only small. Out the other side, third gear on the direction change, then fourth gear. Now, what's the braking stability like at the bottom of the hill? Gets it back to second gear, hits his apex. They tidied this car up massively in practice number 4, and it's just done a 2-minute 4.8. That's not a bad effort. He did a 4.4 to get in. Now, he gets his lap underway 7 times, or 7th time that he's in a shootout. Nice run into turn 1. The sun's a bit of a factor here when you make the run into 1. He's dropped the right rear off at a critical time. Now, that is going to hurt. That's his brother Alex watching top right. They're keeping a weather eye on it, BJR as well. Good job in the final corner.
Going to be close.
This is going to be right with Nick Percat. In fact, it's just a fraction better by 0.12 of a second for Will Davison.
P1, nice work.
Numbers are looking good. Very fast in the first sector, even faster in the second sector. So far, so good for Shane Van Gisbergen. So the cumulative time for him at the moment is on a trajectory to be able to take him to the top. 6th gear. The run down the bottom. Remember, he got in with a 2-minute 4.22. How does this compare? Very, very deep under brakes. He gives it the maximum turn in space at the bottom of the hill. Gets that direction change going nicely. One more critical stop now for Van Gisbergen. Is this going to be good enough to get him right up the order? The car wasn't great Thursday. They made it stronger on Friday. They've been continuing to caress the car and make it better. And it's just provided a number that looks pretty decent, a 2-minute 4.3.
That's going to take some beating.
Currently P1. Okay, cooling the car off, please.
She carried some pace in through metal grade. McPhillamy, that was sliding. It slid all the way up to the top of the curb over the top of McPhillamy.
That is absolutely as deep as you can be. Can he get it stopped? He does. That's been the bogey corner. It's a little bit wriggly on the change of direction, but this is targeting a number that's going to be way better than Van Gisbergen. This is an unbelievable lap.
Great job, and he's got it stopped well here. So that's the second box tick that was critical for him. And Brody, he's just done a 2-minute 3.7, and that's the best number that we've seen all weekend. That is an amazing lap. In the Shannon Showdown back in 2011, as he untied, there was nothing left. Did that actually graze it?
I don't know whether he got it, but there was nothing. It's a cigarette paper from the fence. What's the first sector like? 50.57. It's better again than Kostecki. Wow.
Wow, that is unbelievable. He's peeled another 10th out. Fishtailed all the way out of the dipper, down in the direction change on the run towards the elbow. He's got it all cranked sideways. That might have cost him ever so slightly. It chirped on the rear brakes going into the elbow. He got away with it and still made the apex. He's focused on those shift lights. They've got to be absolutely perfect in the run down the straight. Here comes top gear. This is going to be a mega lap. Very close to Kostecki. 32.7 place, 32.5 over the top of the hill. He's given a tiny bit of time away, but he is right there. The target is a 2-minute 3.7. He pulls it up, touches the apex, pops out the other side on the direction change. Erebus Garage top right, Tickford Garage bottom right. Into the final corner, makes his apex.
This is close.
Committed lap. It's going to be right on the margin. And he gets there. Waters has done a 2-minute 3.68. What a story.
Nice work, mate. Very well content to P1 at the moment.
Sam Potter.
To Brody coming down the hill.
Wow. important. And for Tim, this lap hasn't been out of control. He hasn't put a foot wrong. It's been nice and smooth, fast and flowing. It's not going to be able to knock Waters or Kostecki off.
Into the final corner, Tim Blanchard on the right, Mirko de Rosa, the engineer, and Brendan Hogan alongside him. This has been a very nice job by Tim Slade. What does the number look like at the end? I tell you what, it rocketed him up the order a little bit. The last sector was strong, Mark. He did a 2-minute 4 flat. And compare that to a 2:4.1. He's just gone quicker than his own qualifying time. So he's bumped it up into third position, currently between Brodie Kostecki and Shane van Gisbergen. The car is incredibly stable. Here comes the second indication as to whether it's a good lap, and it's a 32.5. He's only 1/100th slower over the top of the mountain than Brodie Kostecki, but the cumulative time better than anybody else out there at the moment. Mostert might grab another pole at Bathurst. What's it going to look like when he gets to the bottom of the chase? It's been beautiful in the hands of Lee Holdsworth and Chaz Mostert all week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. On the direction change, it looks just as strong. They're watching at Tickford. They're watching at WAU. The critical stop. The nose plunges under pitch. The back of the car is stable. He hits the apex, and this is going to be very close for Mostert, and he's done it. He's done a 2-minute 3.37, and that's the best ever number that we've seen in a top 10 shootout. That is a staggering lap by Chaz Mostert.
That is unbelievable. Fastest lap ever in qualifying at this venue. And that car has been a rocket all weekend. A 3.37. Wow, check this out. There's not a skerrick of road left anywhere.
And get into phase, and it is better, Mark. It is better. It's a 32.46. It's the best that we've seen over the top of the hill. The thing has got a little bit better in terms of grip. Now the critical run down the mountain, 300 kilometres an hour, 83 metres a second. Wide open throttle into the chase. 850-degree front brake temperature. Eyes are piercing on that left-hand apex, and he makes it. Now he jumps it up into third gear, changes direction, sits it on the top of the curb, and makes the run down into the final corner at Murray's. Third, second, gets it stopped. It's wriggling on the rear brakes just a bit. Is this going to be good enough? It slid a little bit in the middle of the corner. Does ADP get there? He gets up the P2. He's given it a notch. A 2-minute 3.66, and he misses out by 0.28.
Can he get it pulled up for Forrest Elbow now? Nice and composed. Slows it, makes the apex nicely, gets on the throttle, and the exit is quite good. It's a little bit down on the deeper squally number. It's roughly the same number, a little bit down on his teammate, Kostecki.
All right, critical decision now. Where does he get his foot on the brake down here? Is there some recovery left in Sector 3 for Will Brown? Whatever this ends up being, it's been a mighty performance. It's been a brilliant run so far. They're watching at Erebus. They are glued to the screens down there at Walkinshaw, Andretti United, Adam de Bore, Chaz Mostert and Lee Holdsworth. Will Brown to the final corner. He makes his mark down there, lines it up beneath the Repco bridge, and the job is done. He drops it into P5, and that is an P5 for the second time in 2021 for Chaz Mostert, and a Bathurst pole once again for him. And a career pole 23, a mega moment for Walkinshaw Andretti United.
Well done. Fucking good job, dude.
That was a beautiful lap that Chaz did, and they've worked so hard to get themselves back into a position to be competitive. And from the minute that they stuck that car on the road at the beginning of the week, Mark, and we've been talking a lot about it, I'll run through all the sessions. Second, first, third, first, third, first, first. Pretty decent averages there when you get to the end of that string of numbers.
Absolutely, and it hasn't just been Chaz. Lee Holdsworth has been superb also, but that lap, a 3.37, the fastest ever at this place, is just exceptional. Bruce Stewart, Ryan Walkinshaw in the background there. They know how important it is. This is one of those days that he will always remember. Chaz Mostert, unbelievable.
All right, after a hectic session, let's all catch our breath. So he gets there by nearly a third of a second in the end, Chaz Mostert. What a fine performance. Remember, he had the pole in 2019 by virtue of the fact that McLaughlin was disqualified. So this will be a very crisp and special moment for him to be able to put together such a mighty lap. The Armour All Dollars pole position winner at Mount Panorama. Let's recap some of these fine moments for you. This was absolutely 110% commitment. Motor racing at its best, supercars at their finest, and one of the best racing athletes in the world, squeezing every last millisecond out of this car. Watch this, out of Forest Elbow. And I didn't see it the first time, but he just gave that wall a little kiss on the exit. It was an outstanding performance and a thrilling lap. And how's the number? I'll read it out again. 2 minutes, 3.3736.